Hello everyone, JoeBizzle289 here, and welcome to a brand new series I'm starting where I take an in-depth look at the weapons of Halo Infinite. I will sometimes pit them one against the other or do a standalone video of the weapon itself. Today I'm starting with the battle rifle versus the Commando. I have found myself in this situation many times while playing Halo where I have to decide on which one to choose. It's a tough call between these two rifles as they are both scoped and are close to medium range staples of gameplay. While both rifles are similar, they have their inherent advantages, flaws, and best use scenarios. Which rifle should you be using in Halo Infinite? Which of these weapons has the faster time to kill? In today's video, I'll use the built-in game mode Academy, and I'll attempt to answer these questions and see which of these two powerful rifles comes out on top. But first, if you like this type of content, be sure to let me know by hitting that like button on this video. Consider giving me a follow on my Facebook page, JoeBizzle289, where I stream Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Lastly, hit those subscribe and bell icons so you can stay up to date with all my newest content. Now let's get to it. Alright, so the first weapon that we're going to try is the BR75. We have it queued up here, so we'll go ahead and get it going. And what I'm looking for is how many trigger squeezes does each weapon take. So we'll see how many, we'll see that first of all. How many just straight trigger pulls
the targets.
Does it take
to
eliminate the weapon, or to eliminate the enemy? So this is the BR75. Okay, that was 4. Now I'm playing on mouse, or I'm playing on PC, so I'm using mouse and keyboard. And I'm not using any kind of recoil control. I'm just literally hitting the trigger button. So, 1, 2, 5, okay.
4, 3.
And that wasn't trying
2,
to like click it as fast as I could. That was just consistent.
Can you do that one
pulls.
again? We weren't recording.
Okay. So now I'm gonna try to see how fast that time to kill is.
Take down your targets quickly. 30 seconds remaining.
I'm clicking about as fast as I can. Alright.
You've got something special about you.
So that'll give us our time to kill. Now what I want to see is how many Spartans I can eliminate with one magazine. Because that does come into play. There are some people out there that can count their kills that they've had with it.
Quickly. 30 seconds remaining.
It's 1 Spartan. 2 Spartans, 3 Spartans, 3 Spartans, yep, looks like 3 Spartans with 1 magazine.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love the work ethic I'm seeing.
Yeah, so our average there is 3 Spartans and 4 trigger squeezes. Now, the last part of the video is we're going to take into account how much of that reload time actually plays into this. Because the more time you spend reloading, the less time you're getting your rifle onto the enemy. With the battle rifle and the Commando, there's 2 different styles of animation that happens when you reload the weapon. One is a complete reload where you run out of ammo and you have to actually cycle the weapon again. And then the other one is where when you reload halfway through a magazine and all you have to do is just smack the magazine back in and then you're good to go because you're going to continue to fire. So with that said, we're going to test both and we're going to do 4 reloads of each. That gives a good sample size to get a good average on the reload time. So we're going to start with the battle rifle. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do completely out.
Fast, Spartan. 30 seconds remaining.
That's 1 reload. That's 2 reloads. That's 3 reloads.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice run that time, Spartan.
That's 4 reloads. Okay. Now we're going to go through and we're going to do a reload halfway through the magazine. Or it doesn't even have to be halfway through. We're just going to
eliminate the target.
Shoot once.
30 seconds
reload.
remaining.
Shoot once. Reload. That's 2. Shoot once. Reload. That's 3. Shoot once. Reload. That's 4. VK78. Same thing. First thing we're going to do is how many
Take down your targets quickly.
How many hits does it take
30
to kill the
seconds
Spartan?
remaining.
6, 7, 8. Okay. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 4, 3,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9.
Your dedication is paying off.
Okay,
Keep it up.
so what we saw there was, because my aim was just a bit off right there at the end, I had to use another round, so it went up to 9. So let's do that one again. Now again, I'm not going for speed right now. I'm just figuring out just purely
30 seconds remaining.
what is the amount to kill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1.
Okay. So now that we figured out how many rounds it takes to kill a Spartan, let's see what our time to kill is.
Take down your targets quickly. 30 seconds remaining. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that's how it's done.
Alright, cool. And we get a high score in the process. Okay. So now we're going to determine how many Spartans we can kill with the Commando.
Go. Act fast,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and I have 4 rounds remaining, so I have to reload because it takes 8 rounds per Spartan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Cannot kill
5, 4,
less than 8
3,
when they're fully
2,
shielded.
1.
Now, once their shield is gone, it's just one shot. Just as with the battle rifle, the Commando has 2 animations as well, so we're going to test those right now. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to do 4 fully unloaded, and then 4 with having to reload after a couple of rounds have fired, and see what those times are like.
Eliminate the targets. 30 seconds remaining.
That's 1 reload. That's 2 reloads. 3 reloads. And 4 reloads. That's with just letting the weapon do its thing.
3.
Alright, now we're going to test with reloading after a couple of rounds.
Eliminate the targets. 30 seconds remaining.
That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. There's one last thing I didn't think to look at was the recoil pattern. Now, if you're not doing anything to adjust for the recoil, let's see what that recoil pattern looks like. So this is something else that you have to take into consideration. Okay, let's see what this recoil pattern.
Eliminate the targets. 30 seconds remaining.
Okay, this is without doing anything. This is the BR75, no recoil control. And look at that. Literally, they're all three all in the same spot. Yeah, there's... Yeah, look at that pattern.
5, 4, 3, 2.
You can control that
1.
just a little bit, but at the end of the day...
Great work, Spartan.
Oh, even with pulling down a little bit, that is a tight recoil pattern. Let's check out the VK78. I mean, that alone, right there, that is a huge advantage that the BR75 is showing. It's like there's no recoil. Now, I know for a fact that there's recoil with the VK78 because I've had to learn a little bit of the recoil pattern.
30 seconds remaining.
So let's see what this one looks like. Okay, so it's just straight up. Now that's something that you don't have to think that you have to take. You don't have to take in consideration with the BR75. Yeah, with the battle rifle. Now there, I'm pulling down. I was pulling down.
5, 4,
Pulling back on my
3,
mouse here.
2, 1. I'm proud of you, Spartan.
Now with a little bit of practice, you can get that pretty tight. Almost as tight as the BR75. But with the BR75, you don't even have to worry about it. It's just already done for you. And that's the advantage of that burst
Eliminate
weapon.
the targets. 30 seconds remaining.
Now look, I got pretty much the same pattern right there. Not very much that time. There we go. About the same spread. Oh, really got to pull back on that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go.
Nice
Okay.
run that time, Spartan.
So now what we'll do is I'll figure out the I'll do a little bit of timing here, and I'll come back with the results. Okay, so I've completed the testing and the results are in. Again, the parameters that I tested were the time to kill, rounds to kill or the trigger squeeze, how many Spartans you could kill per magazine, the reload time, both the short and the long animation, and the recoil. Here's what I found. With the BR75, the time to kill on average was 1.57 seconds, with the fastest time of 1.16 and the slowest time of 1.987. For the rounds to kill, that came to 12, with that being 4 trigger squeezes total. For the Spartans killed per magazine, I had a total of 3. For the long reload animation, I had an average time of 2.502 seconds, with the fastest time of 2.17 and slowest of 2.986. For the short animation, I had an average time of 1.752 seconds, with the fastest time of 1.23 and the slowest of 1.996, and the BR had no recoil to really worry about. Moving to the Commando, the time to kill on average was 1.03 seconds, with the fastest time of 1.02 and the slowest time of 1.05. Rounds to kill was 8 with a total of 8 trigger squeezes. Spartans killed per magazine was only 2. For the long reload animation, I had an average of 2.497 seconds with the fastest time of 2.11, the slowest time of 2.984. For the short animation, I had an average time of 1.748 seconds with the fastest time of 1.22 and the slowest of 1.991. And the Commando had significant recoil that you have to learn a pattern for in order to control. So both rifles came out with 2 wins in the main parameters, with the BR just edging out the Commando with the no recoil. For me, my preference is the Commando. If you practice the recoil pattern, the time to kill provides a significant advantage over the BR. However, if you miss even one shot, the time to kill falls very quickly, so accuracy is a must, whereas the BR is slightly more forgiving. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. If you liked it, please give it a like and consider following or subscribing. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you can stay up to date with all my latest content. Again, I stream Monday through Friday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook. Drop by and say hello. Okay, thank you for watching, and rock out, rock on.